Hey guys, it's Austin from Arizona Sulcata here. I'm going to talk to you guys today about our ready to hatch Sulcata eggs. Now, really excited about these. A little background information on Sulcata eggs, okay? They usually take 90 to 100 days to hatch. But what's great about our ready to hatch eggs is we've done the bulk of the work for you, and we're going to ship these about a week before they're due to hatch. So when you get them, they could hatch within a couple days of you receiving them, which is really awesome. So also on our ready to hatch eggs, we do provide 100% hatch rate guarantee. Now what that means is we guarantee that egg is going to hatch, and if it doesn't hatch, you will be refunded in full for the price of the egg. Now we can't reimburse shipping costs, but we can reimburse you for that egg. Now, how we can go about that guarantee is, since that egg is about to hatch when you receive it, we can guarantee its fertility by candling the egg, and we also have a heart rate monitor, which we can test to see that that tortoise has a healthy heartbeat and it's safe to be shipped. Again, that tortoise is pretty much fully developed when we ship it to you, and it's ready to hatch. That's why we call them our ready to hatch eggs. So, in this video, we're going to go over what you need, what we provide, and how to incubate and how to care for that tortoise. So let's get started with the incubator. First step, the incubator is the only thing I do not supply you. Okay, I can send you a link on where to purchase this. It's usually about $60. What you need is the Humidity model 1602N. This is a still air incubator. You do not need to buy the turners, the fan kit, anything for it. Just the basic model 1602N Humidity incubator. That is all you guys need to purchase. I will provide everything else. Let's go over how to set this up. The only thing you need to set this up, you can see this little metal wafer in here. You screw that in and you're pretty much ready to go. And it comes with instructions. There's your set of instructions. It's very straightforward, and you can control the temperature by twisting this screw clockwise or counterwise, and it tells you right there. Now what I include is your vermiculite. This is the hatching medium, as well as the container. Now when you receive your shipment, your egg will come in a container like this, and the egg will be wrapped in bread. Why do we wrap it in bread? Well, bread is soft, bread is porous, so it's a great way for the egg to still breathe, but we can wrap bread around there and make sure it's nice and secure during shipment so it doesn't get damaged. We're also going to include a thermometer, hygrometer, digital thermometer, hygrometer for you to stick in your incubator and get an accurate reading. Now, how to hatch these guys. You're going to want to incubate. If you're going based on Fahrenheit, it's 86 to 89 degrees. Again, I will have this all laid out on my website at azsulcata.com, so don't worry, you don't have to write this down or anything. I will have instructions for you. But 86 to 89 degrees, about 30 to 31.5 degrees Celsius. Again, you'll have this handy-dandy thermometer right there. Humidity, really with Sulcata eggs, guys, you want it as high as you can get it, but 80% is a good number to shoot for. First step, when you unbox your tortoise egg, it will have an X on the top of the egg. That X needs to be pointed upwards. You never rotate a tortoise egg, so you keep that X pointed up. Okay, it'll be wrapped in bread, so you want to set that aside somewhere where it's not going to be rolling around or can't be damaged. Now, the first step in getting ready to put that egg into your incubator. Oh, also, before we do that, make sure your incubator is up and running prior to receiving your egg. It comes with a little thermometer. I don't know if we'll be able to see it in there or not. But I don't see it, but it's just a basic thermometer that it does come with. So you'll be able to get the temperature down prior to receiving it. But this is a little bit more accurate and easy to use, and you can see it through the window. So make sure that that incubator is up and running prior to receiving the egg. And how you can control humidity is there's plastic ports inside here, and you'll see it's in the instructions. They're labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to fill up ports 1 and 2 with water, warm water, And if that's not enough humidity for you, then add some water to port 3. If it's too much humidity, which really is impossible to do, take out some water. Very straightforward. So back to where we were. First step is this vermiculite, guys. So what you're going to do is, again, you're going to put it in the deli cup that your egg came in. Okay, this is pre-measured, ready to go. This is exactly what you need, pre-measured, and you're going to dump that in here. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you in this video, and then show you what to do next. Okay, so what we've done now is we have poured the vermiculite into the deli cup. Now what you're going to want to do is get some warm water. You want to add exactly 1/2 of a cup of warm water to this, and then mix it up and flatten it out so it looks nice and pretty like that. Okay, now as you can see over here, we have the egg resting in a nice safe spot. It's in this roll of tape here with some paper towels around it. Okay, so that egg can't roll anywhere. So what you want to do with this vermiculite is take your fingers and kind of make an indentation in the middle right here. Don't want to get it too big like I just did, but just big enough for the egg to sit in. And you're going to take your egg, again without rotating it, keeping it straight up, and put the egg in there. Very important to note, do not push down on the egg into the vermiculite. You risk cracking it, which you definitely don't want to do, but you also want to kind of pack the vermiculite in around there so this egg can't roll around, okay? If you have like a golf ball or a ping pong ball, guys, available to make that initial indentation, that is what I would highly recommend. Golf ball or ping pong ball, take it and work a little crater in there to place the egg in. So once you have this egg ready to go, you're going to leave it exactly like this and put it right in the center of your incubator. You also want to have this thermometer right next to it, okay? That is it for that step. Again, make sure you have your water added into here. Have ports 1 and 2 completely full so you can have your humidity going. In the next step of this video, that's it as far as receiving your egg and getting it into the incubator. That is it. It's very simple. Again, this egg could be hatching. Sometimes people, when they receive it, it's actually started hatching. We try to make it so that doesn't happen. Again, it's our best guess on when these hatch. Most likely it'll hatch within a week of you receiving your egg. So we got it in here. You got the water in. You got the thermometer next to it. You've added your 1/2 cup of warm water prior to adding the egg, and the X is pointed up. You're ready to go to put the lid on and start incubating your tortoise. Okay, now in the next part of this video, we're going to go over what to do when it starts hatching. Okay, you'll see it start to, it's called pip out of its egg a little bit. Just make little cracks here and there. Usually it'll work its beak out first. Once it's getting to where like this whole top of the eggshell is going to come off and this tortoise is about to be running around in here, you want to take it off the vermiculite. What I would do is I'd get a little Tupperware bowl, or you can clean out this bowl you have. Get rid of the vermiculite. This is one of the biggest mistakes that breeders make, is they will leave their egg on this vermiculite and let that tortoise stay in there for days on the vermiculite. Why we don't want to do that is if your tortoise ingests too much of this stuff, it'll block their digestive tract, and that'll cause problems months later down the road, and you won't even know about it. Okay, that's where breeders claim, oh, it was hatchling failure syndrome. No, you're just lazy. You didn't take your tortoise off the vermiculite. So remember, as soon as that tortoise is, hatching out, you're going to want to put this egg in a Tupperware or this deli container. Now what you do to keep the egg from rolling around, you still don't want it to be able to roll around. You get some wet paper towels, warm wet paper towels, and kind of just go around the egg so it can't roll around, and place those paper towels on the bottom and then put the egg on top. Don't be alarmed. When your tortoise hatches, it'll have this huge red sac on the bottom of its shell. That is totally normal. Every single tortoise that hatches is going to have that sac on it. That's its yolk sac. Okay, that's how your tortoise is going to get its water and nutrients for the first couple days of its life. You want to make sure that you are soaking. This is very important. As soon as your tortoise is fully hatched, okay, no, it's completely out of the egg and it's crawling around in there. You want to make sure you're soaking it at least once a day, and I'd recommend even twice a day. That is the other mistake that most breeders make, is they don't soak often, which leads to many, many problems down the road. You want to be soaking this as a young hatchling. You want it to be soaking as much as possible. 2 days, twice a day preferred when it's this young. Okay, that yolk sac will go away in about 2 to 3 days. It'll still have a little, you'll see it on the bottom of its shell, but it won't be a big sac. It'll just be, the bottom of its shell won't be closed up all the way. Once that sac is no longer a big ball and its shell is flat on the bottom, it is ready to come out of the incubator at that point. Again, once the sac has absorbed into its shell and there's not that big ball, you can then go ahead and put your tortoise into its enclosure. And that's it, guys. I'm sure many of you are going to have questions. Please email me at any time at azsulcata@gmail.com. Visit my website at azsulcata.com, and I am more than happy to help you out with hatching your egg and how to take care of your tortoise. Not going to go into details on how to take care of your hatchling, because I have other videos and care sheets for that you can refer to, but that should get you through on how to hatch your egg. I probably went into it a little more thoroughly than I should have, but it's very simple, very straightforward, and it's a really awesome experience. I highly recommend for everyone to hatch something in their lifetime. It's so fun. Thanks, guys. Again, Austin from Arizona Sulcata. See you next time.